struggle with emotional dysregulation and have ADHD? Well, hi, my name's Dave, and I've got a few tips for you to help you with emotional regulation and how to help regulate your emotions, especially if you have ADHD. Because as a phrase I heard once before, emotions are like children. You can't let them drive the car, nor can you stuff them in the trunk. They belong in the back seat. And for us with ADHD, it's so easy for our emotions to either stuff them down and not like feel them, and then, or allow them to kind of take over, and especially the impulsive behavior, addiction issues and things like that, and that kind of driving for the dopamine and serotonin. So to help kind of regulate your emotions and moods, these are my meds, so to speak, to help me with keeping my emotions kind of relatively balanced and helping me from not having a lot of outbursts. Because I'm not sure about you guys, because emotional pain not transformed is transmitted. So what I mean by that is that when you kind of like something happened earlier in the day and you kind of blew it off, or you didn't, like, you suppressed the emotion, and then you came home and then you yelled at your partner or the kids or something else, like over a minor thing that just kind of came out of nowhere and then just set you off emotionally. So you never really dealt with the other emotions, so it came out sideways. So until we learn to transform those emotions, they will always kind of come out sideways. And especially with ADHD, we really have to learn to kind of regulate that ourselves. We don't have that kind of built in. So my meds, so starting with the M, mindfulness and meditation, and that kind of also falls in line of journaling. So recognizing when you're, by doing some daily, just even 3 pages or 5 to 10 minutes of even a voice note of just expressing, getting all your thoughts, especially if you have negative thoughts that are always running in your head, constantly running around, getting them out on page, getting your emotions and what you're feeling out on page, or in a voice note or in a video, helps you then when you go back and listen to it or watch it or read it, you can now pick out exactly what's going on, and then you can start making some adjustments and changes. But if it's always running around here, you're not making space for new stuff either. So it's taking up real estate in your mind. So releasing it, getting it out. So that's the being kind of mindful, doing the journaling, and taking a breath before you get, as if you start to feel the emotions, because they hit us harder too, right? Like we could be overly sensitive or really sensitive to a simple thing. So learning how to kind of breathe it in, feel it in the body, and learning to kind of let it go and then respond. That's mindfulness. The second one is exercise. Exercise is such a powerful thing to help keep our emotions in check, and also especially to help deal with anger. I like to do boxing classes, or go for a run. I do a morning yoga routine as well that kind of helps me builds up the sweat, because that helps release serotonin and dopamine, gets the blood kind of flowing. I like to think of ADHD as a manual car versus like neurotypicals that's an automatic, so they can just automatically do that. For us, we have to kind of physically shift the gears. So that's exercise. And then the D is diet. Diet or the diet. So what you eat and also what you consume. What are you putting in? Not just what your food, but also the what you consume on social media, what you read, who you interact with. All that can affect your mental health. So being mindful of that in your diet. That's the D. And the S is sleep or schedule. Sleep and schedule. So having good, consistent sleep, and also scheduling your day so you have kind of plans in between. Those are my tips for helping with emotional regulation. Dysregulation to help you regulate your emotions. Once again, my name is David Dwyer. I'm I'm a ADHD life coach, and feel free to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If this is helpful, pass it on. Have a good day.